We are now learning Masechet Maaser Sheni, Perek Dalid, Mishnah Vav. 6th Mishnah in the 4th chapter of Maaser Sheni. We've learned in the past that if I have produce and I can't take it to Yerushalayim, then I have to transfer the value of the produce to money, and then I can take the money to Yerushalayim. This is explicit in the psukim that we've learned. We've also learned in the past, in the beginning of the Masech, that you cannot sell Maaser Sheni. I.e., if I have Maaser Sheni, I can't say, you give me money, and then you take the Maaser Sheni to Yerushalayim. But we are going to learn, in this Mishnah, we do learn, that I can sell my Sheni. Make a little picture. I'm the farmer, okay? And what I'm going to do is do the following. If this is Maaser Sheni, I can't sell it to him to take to Yerushalayim. But what I can do is say, listen, I'll sell you the produce, and then when I sell you the produce, I'll transfer the value of the Maaser Sheni onto money. The money goes to the farmer, right? The produce goes here, and the farmer takes the money to Yerushalayim. Okay, that you are allowed to do. You are allowed to sell it in such a way that in the sale represents the transfer of the value of the money, the kedushat of the Maaser Sheni to the seller, to the money, and then the money goes with the farmer to Yerushalayim. That you are allowed to do. And we see this explicitly in the Bar Tanura, okay? That Kedei sheyitchalel al demei mechira, okay? Hamocher Maaser Sheni. This is as introduction still. If you sell your Maaser Sheni, Kedei sheyitchalel al demei mechira, that the value, the kedusha, is chal on the money. V'yu ha'maot nitvesim b'kedushat Maaser Sheni, and then the money becomes the Maaser Sheni. In that case, you may be permitted, it is permitted to sell the Maaser Sheni produce. Oh, you said you can't sell Maaser Sheni. That's only if the farmer sells it to Jimbo here, and then Jimbo is going to go to Yerushalayim. But if the farmer is going to sell the produce, and the money's going to transfer to Maaser Sheni, to the farmer to take to Yerushalayim, that is okay, as we've said before. Now, important rule for Maaser Sheni, and this is what our Mishnah is going to tell us. The Mishnah is going to tell us the following. When you do a sale, when you effect a sale, the sale is effected through Meshicha. When the guy picks it up, he lifts it up. So now he's holding the grapes, okay? It's now his. The money is owed to the farmer. So even though I didn't pay the money yet, that money becomes owed to him. But the kedusha is only chal when the money is transferred over. So that's what our Mishnah is going to discuss. The Mishnah is going to discuss a problem when this happens. Says the Mishnah. Mashach mimenu maaser besela. Okay? Our businessman said, you know what? This maaser, these grapes are worth a sela. Okay? You can imagine it's a lot of grapes. So he says he does meshicha. So now it becomes his, and the agreement is now, I owe you a sela. So he's going to pay him a sela. And the understanding is this sela is going to become Maaser Sheni. Mashach mimenu maaser besela. V'lo yispik lifdoto ad sha'amad bishnayim. But he said, I'll pay you. Okay? But now he pays him a month later. But it turns out now the rate of grapes now cost 2 sela. They don't cost 1 sela. So the question now is, the farmer says, listen, okay, so the question is now, how much does he have to pay? He has to pay a sela. Okay, that's something he has to pay. That was the deal. I'll pay you a sela. The problem is, this Maaser Sheni has kedusha of shtei sela. 2 selas have to go to Yerushalayim. Remember, because the kedusha of Maaser Sheni is in the value. So I acquired it. Jimbob here acquired the grapes for the price of 1 sela. But it has kedusha of 2 selas. So what does he do? So he says, notein lo sela. He has to give him a sela. He has to give the farmer, he has to pay him a sela. And that sela is, of course, Maaser Sheni. Umistaker besela. Okay, it means he benefited a sela because now he's getting produce worth 2 that he paid for 1 sela. Maaser Sheni shelo. Let's look at the Bar Tanura. Notein lo sela v'shikano b'mishicha. Let's go back to our farmer. He did mishicha. He picked up the grapes. The grapes belong to him. So he pays a sela. Umeviach hasela lokeach sela sheni jaker. The buyer is now, he profits a sela. But mitzarich lifdoto k'shar shel achshav b'shnei slaim. Has to be redeemed shnei slaim. Sha'maser, this is an important rule. Maaser lo yatsa lechulin ad shitein damav l'mocher. This maaser is still kadosh until he gives the money over. So now he didn't give the money over yet. He kept the money to himself. So he has to give the money to the farmer, okay? V'asela echad she'maaser sheni shelo ve'ochlo b'Yerushalayim. So now he's doing chilul. He wants to do chilul. That's 1. but then he has to take another selah of his, do chilula on that selah, and bring it to Yerushalayim. Okay, so since it's worth 2, he bought it for 1, he benefits, he now has more expensive grapes. But on the other hand, he now has to do Maaser Sheni, he has to give 2 Maaser, he has to have chilul on 2, 1 he gives to the farmer who takes to Yerushalayim, and 1 is his own, he also takes to Yerushalayim. Let's go back to the Mishnah. Another case, the opposite case. Mashache menu Maaser b'shtayim. Now, okay, the agreement is now the grapes are worth 2. Let's move our grape to 19 to the bottom. And he does Meshicha now, that it's worth 2. What are you going to have? What's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. Even though he speak livdoto ach amad besela, he didn't pay. The idea is when he pays, he's being mechalel the money into the ma'ot. But now, by the time comes, when the time came to pay, the grapes are now cheaper in value. See, he only has to pay him a sela. Notein lo sela michulin vesela shel maaser sheni shelo. So says the Mishnah, says the Bar Tanura, ach amad besela. Tzarich liten lemocher shna isnaim. He agreed to pay 2. Shekano b'meshicha. Meaning he owes 2. The farmer gets 2. That was the price they paid. How many of them is Maaser Sheni? Okay, here go notein lo dmei sela. 1 second. Therefore, notein lo dmei sela midmei chulin shelo. He gives him 1 sela from his own money. O borif da maaser. V'asela sheni notein lo midmei maaser sheni shelo. And the second sela, so the first sela he has to pay from chulin because we're mechalel. Now it's only worth 1, so the chilul is only on 1 of these selaim. The second seller that he pays, he has to pay, he can pay from his own Maaser Sheni. He can use his Maaser Sheni money lying around in his briefcase. And that's considered okay. Okay? It's not like he's paying his debt for Maaser Sheni. Because why? Because originally, that was what the deal was. So the agreement was, he's not paying a debt. The mocher has to have 2 slaim. The mocher has to take 2 slaim into Yerushalayim if it didn't get cheaper. So really, the Maaser Sheni, the chilul of the Maaser Sheni is only on 1. And he can pay him from another selah of Maaser Sheni that he had. Let's read it again. I know it's a long Mishnah. Mashach minu Maaser b'shtayim. Lo speak lifdo to amad b'selah. If he did the Meshicha when the Maaser Sheni, when the grapes were worth 2. The produce was worth 2, but he didn't do the pidiyah. He didn't pay him, and now it's worth 1. So therefore, he only has to do chilul on 1 selah. Notein lo selah michulin. He pays 1 selah from chulin that becomes Maaser Sheni. Selah shel Maaser Sheni shalom. He can give the other selah. He doesn't have to be mechalel from his chulin. If he has his own Maaser Sheni selah, he can give that to the farmer from his own, and the farmer takes it to Yerushalayim. Imaya amaretz notein lo midmai. And if the farmer is an amaretz, he can pay him from Maaser Sheni shel dmai. Because Maaser Sheni shel dmai is suffix. He can pay him from his own Maaser Sheni, that's suffix. Okay, Ima mocher ma'aretz. 1 second. Notein dmai. You give him that money. Mostly dmei dmai la ma'aretz. You take it from Maaser Sheni shel dmai that was mechulal on money. The Bartanur has a different girsa. He says Ima ya ma'aretz notein lo midamav. If the seller is an ma'aretz, then he can't give him. According to this version, he can't give him Maaser Sheni that was of money of Maaser Sheni. He has to give him chulin also from his own money. Why? Because you don't give real Maaser Sheni to Amei Haaretz because we're afraid they're not going to take it to Yerushalayim. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, email me at rspolter@gmail.com. And we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.